Hello, welcome back to Quafflecast. I'm Josh. There is no Hannah today, but this is going to become more of a regular feature on Quafflecast just over this next season because Hannah has gone home and she's doing lots of exciting stuff up north, and I am down here still in London working and doing my own thing. We are totally fine, we're still very best of friends, but she's in a different place. I'm here. I've got some exciting stuff to talk about today. I'm sure Hannah will have some cool stuff to talk about soon. And we will continue to do singing and we will do some videos together, I'm sure. But for now, you just got me. If you don't like me, you can skip over to the next video. But for now, I have some exciting news. You may have seen on the link on the video, or you may be able to see from some of the clues around me, but I went to see a play.
Hi, I'm Dan Radcliffe and you are watching Unofficial Quafflecast.
I have a ticket here, which is kind of a golden ticket. It's kind of a special thing here in London and kind of anywhere. I don't know if this will stay in focus, but I'll try for a second. Wednesday, 2 PM, Part 1, Harry Potter and Cursed Child. So I went to see Part 1 of the Harry Potter play here in London. And it was incredible. It was really stunning, really exciting. All the magic is phenomenal. I have to recommend it, but it's so hard to get to see, so I was really lucky that I got to see it. And before I say anything, because I have to be really careful on this video, I am going to uphold the Keep the Secrets hashtag, and I'm going to make sure that I don't spoil anything for you. All I'm going to talk about today is my experience of going to the play and my thoughts on what the play is as an idea, but I won't spoil any secrets, I promise. First of all, I want to talk about how I got to see the show. Every September they release another however many tickets for the next 100 shows or something like that. And people pre-book and they stay on the phones. I'm sure a lot of you guys have done this yourselves. Stay on the phones and online and just try and book. And then you maybe will get a ticket for something around, I don't know, £60 or more, and you'll be able to get a ticket to see a show 10 months away, and hopefully you'll get 2 parts. Maybe you'll just get 1 part, who knows. Anyway, I decided I would try and stand in the queue, because I know people stand in queues and it's easier if you live in London. You can stand there for maybe 2 hours before the play and just hope that someone will either not turn up, which is sad, but also, you know, it's a nice system that we'd get some tickets if they don't. But for one reason or another, sometimes there is an overflow, and I am there with my hands ready to grab the ticket. So I was second in the queue, stood next to this really nice American guy who ended up chatting with an actress who I'm sure had played Hermione in the play before. That's not a spoiler, I think most people know Hermione is in the play. So I think the things that most people know about this play is that it has, and skip maybe a minute if you already know what goes on in this play. The play revolves around the antics of the children of Harry, Ron, Hermione and Ginny, and I'm very sorry if this is a spoiler, I'm pretty sure it isn't. That's all I will say, but it's very fun. There's Hogwarts and there's magic, and I'm sure I won't say any more, but it's really exciting, really fun. Anyway, so welcome back for anyone who might have skipped that last little bit. So anyway, I was in the queue. There's this American guy or Canadian or something who was waiting for his friend. I think they've got a ticket to see Part 1, maybe not Part 2 or something like that, I don't know. I think he maybe got a ticket. And this lady came along and she'd been playing Hermione. He chatted with her for a while. I was a bit shy, so I was just doing my own work. And she was there. How cute is this? And wonderful. She was buying tickets, or picking up tickets, I think. That I don't know whether it's NIMAX Theatres or something within the entity of the Harry Potter play, have put aside certain tickets for the day after our show, was going to be what they call a relaxed performance, which is a show with, to the best of my knowledge, slightly quieter sound effects, slightly quieter music, the lights are less intense, the acting is maybe a little slower, a little bit clearer, for the sake of people who might have learning difficulties or autism, this kind of thing, and it just means that anyone can see the show, anyone can enjoy it, and not have any side effects or be completely scared of what's going on, and different people have different thresholds for that kind of thing. So it's really cool that they were able to set aside some tickets, and this lady was picking them up and she was going to give them to whoever it was, and it's just a really exciting, lovely story. Anyway, so I stayed in that queue. I managed to get a ticket to see part 1 for £20, and it was the 3rd row, which I think maybe was too close because, well, I can't complain. The 3rd row was perfect. I probably wouldn't move if someone asked me to, but the magic, the play is all about stage magic, and it's all about the tricks that they play on you on stage, and you could believe that so much of this magic is real. If you're a child especially, you just have no idea how so many of these tricks are done. Now, actually, one of my housemates here, Jimmy, used to work at the Harry Potter play at the front of house, giving tickets, helping people to their seats, giving out sweets and merchandise, this kind of stuff. And he knows how all of these magic tricks work, which is really great, but I won't tell you anything, and I'm trying to get him not to tell me anything because it's top secret. I'm struggling to find some structure in this because there's so much to say. Anyway, so the last bit of this pre-seeing the play, anyway, I can't tell you about what happens in the play, so I may as well tell you about the pre-play. So I was standing in this queue, got myself a ticket, and went to see the play, and then here's a side story. After I'd seen the first half, I was like, I really want to come and see the second half. Sadly, I didn't get a ticket for the second part, so I will go back, and I suppose I'll do another video there, because that'll be fun. But I did, on the other hand, benefit from standing there for so long, because I got lots of work done, which is obviously great, and productivity, yay, but also, as I was standing there and waiting, the people were flooding past, the tickets were not coming out. I chatted with a very friendly guy who was giving out the tickets that were returned if someone didn't show up. But sadly no one came, and just as I was about to leave, someone ran round the corner, goes up to this girl. I won't describe her, I won't say anything about her because, you know, personal privacy, but gave her a big hug and said, "Oh, so glad you're here, let's go in." And I was like, who is this? It was Tom Felton, going to see the, I don't know, 300th performance of this play. I like to think he goes every night, that he's stopped acting now and he just loves the play so much. Although, carry on working, Tom Felton, if you're out there. She has got quite long hair now. I don't know if that's for a play or for what, but you go, Tom. I also think it's worth mentioning that, for me, this is completely spoiler-free, that some of the ways that they make physically some of the characters and some of the creatures that we recognise so much, it's really hard not to spoil anything, are so innovative and so beautifully done, and they use the lighting in the place so well to add an extra dimension that they can play around with mystery and magic, and they use that so well. And some of the new characters as well are really great, really lovable, really fun, and really well drawn, and it's just a pleasure to watch. The music is great. It's nice because I know someone that I've studied with before was in the show, and I know a couple of people who've been in the show, and they seem to have just loved the family aspect of it, and the support from the Potterheads, I think, is just phenomenal. Of course it is, it must be. And they work so hard, these guys. They do so many shows a week, and it's not like deathly long. You don't sit there wishing it was lunchtime. You're caught up in the action, and it doesn't really take all that long. And somehow you're left wanting more. The only thing I would say is, and this is, I don't think, a spoiler, so forgive me if it is. You can turn this video off if this is ruining anything. But it's just about the length of the play. I found it stops right in the middle, almost, of the scene at the end of part 1, and that's all I got to see. So you have part 1, and then you have an interval, and then you have some more time, and then you see the rest of the play, part 1, and then it just stops. Not even that much on a cliffhanger. There is a cliffhanger, but it's more like a how's that person there, and what's going on here? And you're just left with so many questions. So I will go and see part 2, and I'll let you know all about it. But anyway, the play I thought was fantastic. I'm going to give an honest review, because we on Quafflecast are very positive all the time, you may have noticed, and we like to just reel about things and get excited about things. But also, there are lots of opinions out there. Some people are totally split on this play. Some people love it, some people don't agree with it being on. People have, haters gonna hate. People are always gonna have opinions about things. But personally, I went to see it because I was so curious. And my statement review, I think, would be, there are certain musicals on the West End and on Broadway and in the world, things like Cats and Starlight Express and anything like when they made Spider-Man, the Broadway musical, which is not a great example because it didn't do too well, but these are spectacle musicals and spectacle plays, and what's just as amazing about the story is the fact that these people are being cats so wonderfully, same as The Lion King, right? And in Starlight Express, everyone's on rollerblades. There's this phenomenal magic and majesty to it that just takes your imagination captive and puts these amazing things in front of you that you've never seen before. And that's so much what Harry Potter and the Cursed Child is about. There's so much magic in it, and there's so much wonder in it that is so unlike anything you've ever seen before, and so worth the money. It depends, you might be paying £200 for a ticket, I don't know. I don't think any play is worth £200. But for a return ticket for £20, I was treated beyond my imagination. It was so, so special. But I am going on far too long, and I can't keep talking because you guys have things to do and you have your own lives to live and your own stories to write. So I will just kind of wrap it up by saying I had a nice chat with my housemate who used to work at the play, and we talked about some of the things that people maybe were less excited by or less pleased by. And there are little things there, if you're really hardcore Potter fans, that maybe might just make you stop and question. But it doesn't exist, this is my opinion, it doesn't exist as an eighth story. It's not there to make good of what was there before. Obviously it honours that massively, but it's an entirely new thing, and we feel so emotionally attached to the books and to the films that of course we're going to have reactions to things like this. But I think personally, for what it was, loved it. I think I give it 5 out of 5 for being an extraordinary play based on the stories of Harry Potter with live stage magic like you've never seen before. So I would recommend you go and see it if you haven't. If you have seen it and you have opinions, do comment, but obviously hashtag keep the secrets because we don't want to spoil it for anyone. Thanks so much for watching. I'm gonna make some more videos soon. We're back now. We don't know how it will be, but we love you guys so much and we love making videos. So you're gonna have to put up with us on our own for a bit. Nevertheless, Quafflecast will go on. Quafflecast lives on through the ether, through the fairy dust, through you guys, and through our videos. So thanks so much for watching. Today I managed to sneak a little bit of Star Wars in because it's Disney, so there you are, and I hope you enjoyed that. Everyone look after yourselves, keep the secrets, and keep the magic in your life. We will be seeing you again shortly. Bye.